games, points in the paint, but you will compensate for that with your great three-point shooting. Mm-hmm. Did tonight show how much you guys depend on Lively?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we didn't need this game to show that we depend on him. He knows how big of a presence he is in the middle of that paint, how much he covers up a lot of our mistakes and gives us second chance opportunities. But it was all on us to really do the little things. I'm going to continue to talk about that every time we come in here and we don't perform the way we expect to. Details. We give up a lot of points, especially in that third quarter, the second quarter too. And they were driving the ball today. And they made it difficult for us to double team them, and they did a good job. The Raptors did a good job of just finding their shooters, and you could feel their intensity tonight, and their physicality matched it. So got to give credit to them, but we're going to look at film tomorrow and definitely look at some of our plays that we took off, whether it was down the stretch or throughout the first three quarters, and see where we can get better and continue to build that trust, especially on the defensive end.
What do you see from the way this team has responded to this loss that may be different from last season?
I say we just take it in stride and have it not be a crutch and carry over into the next game. That's probably it. Just the maturity and also being able to be in that locker room and just be honest about what we did tonight. We were soft, in the interior, in the paint, and when you have your head coach calling you soft, you got to take that personally and take that as a challenge. And again, once we watch film, it'll make more sense. And looking forward to it tomorrow, so we can just move forward. And we just say it's part of our season of growth, and that's about it.
Conversation, how have the guards and wings talked about the rebounding issue?
We just can't make excuses when we're going, technically small ball, or we have a different lineup out there, and guys are playing different roles, different positions. We just can't make excuses for ourselves. I think that was the point of emphasis tonight, is just like we just got to be better when we're out there and we're kind of on one side of the floor and I'm guarding OG or I'm guarding Scotty, and we just got to sandwich rebound and really come up with the ball. It's all about will, and we just got to be better in that aspect mentally.
What did you see early on in the game with Derrick Jones Jr.? I know you had 4 assists to him 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, no, we were just running, man. It felt like a track meet. I don't know if you guys felt the same way watching the game, but it was up and down pace. We were really testing their legs a little bit. They were testing ours, and I've played against the Raptors and this team, this core group that they have for a few years, just being in the Eastern Conference and knowing kind of what to expect from them. And tonight, you can see that they were developing that chemistry and that trust with their coach, new system, and they play with an edge. And for us moving forward, we need to learn from these wins learn from these losses in a way where it doesn't continue to happen or have any spillover to the next few games. But D. Jones, to answer your question, he was running up and down the court. It's easy to find somebody that's picking up that pace and just playing alongside, especially at the start of the game. So just want to continue to give him confidence, and as well as I'd want to do for my other teammates. But D. Jones, he's been knocking down the shots, and easy to throw lobs to him. Just want to get him going early.
Staying on D. Jones, what has he brought you defensively in the starting lineup?
Just a lot of balance, and just like D Live, just covering up for a lot of our mistakes and being able to take certain matchups and just be physical.
Kyrie, you get to have one of those games where you kind of just take over, and whether it's a stretch or a game. How are you feeling in terms of your offensive rhythm? Obviously having dealt with a couple little nagging injuries. Do you feel like you're in the flow and just shots aren't going like the way they usually do?
Yeah, I mean, we could say that for sure. I think it's really, for me, internally, just trusting my body and not necessarily paying attention to anyone's expectations but my own, and just being honest with myself. Like, I didn't come into the season the way I wanted to, just the amount of time that I took off, and I knew that the start of the season was going to be a healthy challenge. And I said it the other night, in 12 years, never took 30 days, 40 days off before the season, and didn't necessarily have the kind of the familiarity with the rhythm of the game, and hadn't played games, missed preseason, and again, we could throw out all those reasons or excuses, but I think for me, I'm really just proud of myself of just being able to get in better shape. A few spurts throughout the game, 4-minute spurts, 3-minute spurts where I can put 6 points, 7 points, 8 points, 10 points, 12 points. Usually just aren't happening, and I got to live with that as a professional and as a competitor, and continue to push myself on the off days. So again, it's easy to sit up here and say I'm frustrated with just the offensive rhythm, but I know I can add other things to the game, and once my offensive rhythm catches up, then I know we'll be in better shape, and I can add to the dynamic version of our offense. I know what I'm capable of. So
What was the thought process in taking that time? Like, was that time needed to recover coming off last season? Or?
Yeah, I just wanted to try something different at this point because, last few seasons I've had, whether outside of just different factors, me not being in the game, I just felt like I would peak a little bit too soon and get tired before All-Star break. And naturally, as a competitor in this league, you want to make All-Star, you want to make first team, second team, third team. You focus on those individual goals and accolades, but I pushed all that to the side. It's not really a priority for me coming into this season, and I had to be at peace with that. I want to really dive into being a better teammate, being a better leader, and showing these guys how to sacrifice in different ways. And when my time is called throughout the times later in the season, then I'll be prepared. But as of right now, no rush, just staying patient and just continuing to put in the work.
Kyrie, after the trade this past season, obviously chemistry didn't come right away with Luka.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like you've grown as a duo?
It's been easy to grow with Luka because of how intelligent he is as a playmaker, as an offensive threat. We had so much pressure on ourselves. We put so much pressure on ourselves last season. We're screaming to each other, championship, and it's easy to set those goals, but you got to be realistic. And we just didn't have the group to do it, and we didn't stay consistent enough to put ourselves in position to make the playoffs, and we had to take accountability for that. And a lot of the view was going to be on me and Luka and how well we fit. I think that was more of a media push than anything, and just focusing on how we were going to work out. But I think we're showing flashes every single game of what we're capable of, and we got off to a great start this season. We're playing against some good teams, but now when we play against the better teams, we just got to be able to put it together on both ends of the floor and expect better from one another, and I got to be better alongside him. And I know that time's coming, and just continue to put in the work.